All right, welcome everyone. I'm Nick. I play clarinet with Utah Youth, and I'm really excited for tonight. We're going to be playing Capriccio Espagnol, which you just heard the first movement of, and Scheherazade later today. So I'm going to talk a little bit about Capriccio Espagnol. So Nikolai Rimsky-Korsakov wrote this Capriccio, or Spanish Caprice, in the summer of 1887. It was dedicated to the Imperial Russian Opera Orchestra of St. Petersburg, who premiered the work under Rimsky-Korsakov's own baton on October 31st, 1887, which was almost exactly a year before the premiere of Scheherazade, which is the other piece we're playing. Rimsky-Korsakov, despite his past as a naval officer, had only once briefly stopped in Spain. So his source material for this piece was a book he owned of Spanish folk music, which he had originally planned to use for a fantasy on Spanish themes for violin solo with orchestra. In his memoir titled My Musical Life, Rimsky-Korsakov said, "For the summer of 1887, we rented a villa on the bank of Lake Nile. I composed the Spanish Capriccio from the sketches of my projected virtuoso violin fantasy on Spanish themes, and according to my plans, the Capriccio was to glitter with dazzling orchestra color, and manifestly, I was not wrong." End quote. So I think the remnants of the fantasy can be found in the numerous violin concertmaster solos found throughout this work. Rimsky-Korsakov himself saw the work as a brilliant but superficial instrumental showpiece that offered opportunities to display many solo instruments. In his memoir, he was self-critical, saying, "The opinion formed by both critics and the public that the Capriccio is a magnificently orchestrated piece is wrong. The Capriccio is a brilliant composition for the orchestra. The changes of timbres, the felicitous choice of melodic designs and figuration patterns, exactly suiting each kind of instrument, brief virtuoso cadenzas for instruments solo, the rhythm of the percussion instruments, etc., constitute here the very essence of the composition and not its garb or orchestration. The Spanish themes of dance character furnished me with rich material for putting in use multiform orchestral effects. All in all, the Capriccio is undoubtedly a purely external piece, but vividly brilliant for that." End quote. So the first movement that you just heard is titled Alborada, which is a morning sunrise dance from the Asturias region of northwest Spain. You heard two lively clarinet solos that became staples of clarinet repertoire, appear on every audition. Alboradas are usually played by a set of bagpipes accompanied by a drum. So the clarinet was meant to imitate those bagpipes. Now, passing it on to Cassidy, who will talk about the second movement.
So I just love the second movement so much. It's so tender and so sweet and beautiful through the whole thing. It opens, as you'll be hearing in just a second, with a 4-part horn chorale, and it just carries over the entire ensemble. It's so beautiful, so resonant, and that horn melody carries throughout the entire movement in the melodic line, and it melts my heart.
The third movement is very similar to the first, even sharing the name Alborada. It represents the same type of Asturian dance. The change is in the key and instrumentation, showing Rimsky-Korsakov's talent in orchestration. As Nick said before, in his autobiography, he said, "The opinion formed by both critics and the public that the Capriccio is a magnificently orchestrated piece is wrong. The Capriccio is a brilliant composition for the orchestra." To really appreciate this movement as it was meant to be, we have to look at it as a new dance and a different experience. Of course, the beauty of music comes from the fact that we're all supposed to appreciate it on our own and find what it means to us. Thank you.
So the fourth movement is called the Scene and Gypsy Song, and it begins with these 5 beautiful cadenzas from all of these solo instruments. And I think this movement is so special to me because as a harp player, sometimes we just tend to get stuck in the back and we don't really have very many parts that are meant for the harp. And I think that's what's so special about Rimsky-Korsakov's orchestrations is that he writes for every single one of the instruments, and they work so beautifully together. And it reminds me of a dance because each of these parts comes together and it creates such a beautiful ball of music, and that's why I love the fourth movement.
Make sure you tell them that it's a taka, so everything else goes straight now. There are no delineation of moves.
The fifth movement, titled Fandango Asturiano, or Asturiano, is the final, and it's the longest, but my favorite. And it's meant to invoke like a traditional Spanish morning, and look out for actually like there's like a certain like at the end it's the presto, which is like a sudden increase in tempo, and so that's one of my favorite parts. And I just really like this movement honestly because as a tuba you really never get to play like anything besides like 3 notes, and not only do I get to play in this movement, but I also get to play like pretty cool rhythms. And so yeah, and from just to mention, we're not going to be, it's called the taka, and that means we're not going to be doing any pauses in between the movements. So yeah, just keep that in mind.
That was amazing. What makes it amazing is that you're here. TBH. I want to welcome you. I want to tell you how grateful I am. I want to tell you how happy I am for these phenomenal human beings on the stage. They are so extraordinary. I know you know this, you're their parents and friends, but what they do every week, the incredibly hard work, the beauty of sharing, the dropping of ego, the focusing on the music, it is absolutely riveting. It's so inspiring, and to be cheesy, yeah, it gives you hope. It really, really does give you hope, because the world is not going to collapse into nothingness with these guys around. I want you to take, yeah. Stand up. Stand up. Okay, let's sit down. Just a few key points, because you're here and this is like extraordinary. They're playing the real stuff, the huge literature, no arrangements. It's just so thrilling. It obviously takes all of us to put this together. You drive them to rehearsals, you give them lessons or encourage them to practice, scream at them for practicing, I don't know. My mother once didn't let me go out to play because I didn't practice, so I decided I'd practice from then on because it was torture. Our board, I want you to look at the program if you get a chance. Our board is amazing. The helm of the board they're all amazing people, yeah. And the leader of our board, Marty McMillan, of course, but Jen Perry also, who's done some remarkable things this year, she's going to come out. Spoiler alert, I'm going to give her flowers. Okay, so she'll be out at the end with Dan Rich. But then there are two really special people, Jenny Murrow and Debbie Hugh, who've been our rehearsal managers. It's fantastic. The rotating that they do and the sharing is absolutely extraordinary. And there was so much interest in the solos. I hired 3 people to take to be the judges, I guess, for the violin, flute, and horn solos. Because I didn't want to, I love them all. It's like, just everybody play them. No, I'm kidding. So that's why you see multiple players. The generosity of Sophia and Olivia here, because they, as well as the seniors, brought us through COVID. You know we didn't miss almost a beat during COVID because of the generosity of the LDS Church and because of these guys showed up. I think we were probably one of the few arts organizations in the United States that kept going. We were distanced, we were healthy. So grateful. Yeah. And thank you for being patient, because it's important to say thank you to you guys and to some people. You notice there's an insert. It's Zion's Bank 150th year anniversary, and they have been a champion of us. They have had faith in us. They help us, purchase some of these crazy, like the contrabassoon. Do you guys know how much a contrabassoon is? Well, I won't even tell you. Scott Anderson, who's at the head of this Zion's, is a visionary. He's a poetic gentleman, and it's a numbers man who has a heart of music, and it's really, really quite stunning and extraordinary. So we want to wish them well, and we're going to do some projects together moving forward. It's really exciting. I want to also thank all of the other sponsors you see on the program, because it just takes a lot to do what we do. I think we're kind of a humble organization, but it still takes a lot, I want to talk to you just briefly about the mentors, the wonderful connection with the University of Utah. There are 2 in the percussion section, 2 in the trombone section. They're delightful humans. One did not get on the program tonight, and that is Prince Jackson. So if you want to take a little bow, there he is. And then there's this wonderful junior youth orchestra, and every year, just so you know, and you guys need to tell me to stop after the 3rd movement, because after the 3rd movement of Scheherazade, they're going to come and fill in some chairs, and they're going to join us, and this is to get them into what we do, and They're usually a sight reading orchestra, so this is huge for them. They're just going to be able to splash in the last movement with us, and they're fantastic. One little point of, if you there are a lot of, as you know, moving forward in society, we have a lot more rules. There are a lot more rules for Abravanel Hall. Any parent who has a 15-year-old or under, meet in the southwest lobby to escort them out. We have to sign everyone in and sign everyone out. It's just for safety and some new regulations. At the very end, we are going to give the seniors a little shout out. So it's going to be really sweet. They're going to get a rose and stuff. And they're going to tell you what they're doing next year, and that's always extremely fun. I love these people on the stage more than anything, and I love the way that they show that there are limitless possibilities in goodness and creation, and they really emulate our adorable little, our little thing, seek beauty, create harmony, and scatter joy. So we hope that you will join us in doing that, and enjoy Scheherazade. Thank you.
Okay, well, good evening. We're going to pretend that that wasn't awkward whatsoever. I'm Olivia. I am the first flutist.
And I'm Emmy. I'm a flutist.
We're both flutists, if you couldn't tell. And we are going to introduce the first movement of Scheherazade to you.
Okay. Often music tells a story, and this piece tells the story of 1,001 nights. It begins with the Sultan King. When the Sultan discovers that his queen is unfaithful to him, he declares that all women are vile and vows to take a new virgin bride each night, only to have her beheaded in the morning. The people are shocked by the Sultan's heartlessness, but can only watch in horror as he murders their daughters. The kingdom becomes a hostile place. Many families flee. Even the vizier urges his two daughters, Scheherazade and Dunyazad, to flee. Scheherazade refuses and insists on becoming the Sultan's next bride. On Scheherazade's wedding night, as the last wish, she begs for her sister's company. The Sultan grants her request, and so Dunyazad comes to the palace. She asks Scheherazade to tell her a story. She does, and so captivating and mesmerizing is her tale that when Scheherazade stops just before dawn, the story unfinished, the Sultan, who is so engrossed in Scheherazade's story, allows her to live one extra night to finish it. The following night, Scheherazade finishes the story, but then she starts another and leaves it finished again. Night after night, for 1,001 nights, Scheherazade tells the Sultan's stories. Over time, the Sultan falls in love with her beauty, charm, and intelligence. He eventually sees the error of his ways and injustices he's wrought. Professing his true love, the Sultan and Scheherazade finally begin their life together. The bloodlust is stanched and peace is restored.
And so the first movement, it tells the story of Sinbad the Sailor. So it has all these oceanic themes. And the way that Rimsky-Korsakov does this is that he gives each instrument an equal part. So say that the second flute has a solo that the first flute doesn't, and so on and so forth, throughout the entire orchestra. And because no instrument plays the same thing twice, basically, it doesn't repeat itself, it becomes a 3D effect of what happens throughout the orchestra. And you can see the imagery of waves start to appear, where it starts on a very, very calm ocean, and then throughout the entire piece, the waves grow and grow and grow until eventually you can hear them crashing, and the ship just crashes into a rock, and everything basically just dies down again. And so there are like tiny little rhythmical cells throughout the entire piece that are played by different instruments, and they intertwined with each other to create this sort of puzzle. And through this, you get this 3D effect of this beautiful imagery that Rimsky-Korsakov has created. So please enjoy Scheherazade.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sam, and I play bassoon here at Utah Youth. And I'm here to talk about the second movement. The movement is called The Story of the Calendar Prince with a K. The violin theme opens the second movement, which is then followed by an expressive bassoon solo, which is imitated by the oboe. There are 3 Calendar Prince stories in the original Arabian Nights story, and it is not known which of these movement is meant to depict. It also contains virtuosic clarinet and bassoon cadenzas, and an exciting scherzo section. I like it because it gives me a chance to be heard. And for me, it's meant to be expressive, and I just gotta have fun with what I want to interpret. So enjoy the second movement of Scheherazade.
Hello and good evening. My name is Gwenny and I play the clarinet with the Utah Youth Philharmonic. Today I will be talking about the third movement of Rimsky-Korsakov's Scheherazade. This movement is sometimes referred to as the Young Prince and the Young Princess, or Adagio. This movement is happy, delicate, and gentle. It starts out sweet and gentle and then moves on to a fun and coy melody. To me, the third movement of Scheherazade is a beautiful and rich piece of music because it combines many different types of music and cultures, hence the name Scheherazade. I love this movement of Scheherazade because whenever I hear it, I feel like it's a love story taking place during a dance or a ball. The main melody is first introduced in the clarinet, not during the beginning, but in the middle. When I hear this melody, I think of Scheherazade telling the Sultan a story of a young princess flirtatiously dancing to get the young prince's attention. Both Scheherazade and the Sultan are enjoying the story, but then Scheherazade remembers that she's telling the story to survive. The violin solo near the end is when she snaps out of the story and back to reality. However, she decides to continue telling the story and dreams that she's in the ball watching as the prince and the princess happily dance. I hope you all enjoy the third movement of Rimsky-Korsakov's Scheherazade. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Sunhui Kwan. I am a first violinist. Next one we'll be playing is the fourth movement of the Scheherazade, titled Festival at Baghdad, the Sea, the Shipwreck. It is a vivid portrayal of a shipwreck in the midst of a storm. The movement begins with a slow and eerie melody, played by the clarinet and bassoon, representing the calm before the storm. As the storm intensifies, the orchestra becomes more chaotic, with the strings playing rapid and agitated notes, and the brass section creating a sense of impending doom. After the storm subsides, a triumphant fanfare announces the arrival of a ship from a distant land. The music becomes more celebratory, with the strings playing a joyful melody and the percussion section creating a lively rhythm. However, the celebration is short-lived as the ship runs aground on a reef and begins to sink. The music becomes increasingly frantic, with the orchestra portraying the chaos and terror of the shipwreck. In the final section of the movement, the music slows down and becomes more introspective, with the strings playing a mournful melody. The piece ends with a sense of resignation as the survivors of the shipwreck mourn their losses and contemplate their uncertain future. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, here's the final movement in Scheherazade. Please enjoy.
Special tribute, seniors, let's do it. Come on up. And we'll start right off. Whoever gets here first can go first. Come on. This is so sad, but it's pretty awesome. All right, so tell us who you are and where you're going to school.
My name is Isabella Walton. I'm going to Brigham Young University in August, studying music.
All right. My name is Morgan Conlin, and I'm going to University of Utah and studying health and kinesiology.
My name is Brianna Price, and I'm going to the University of Utah.
My name is Alice Leppert, and I'll be going to University of Washington studying chemistry.
My name is Maya Nix. I'll also be going to the University of Washington studying neuroscience.
My name is Raquel Ordaz, and I'll be studying at the University of Utah in criminology and computer science.
My name is Sadie Aiken. I'm going to be going to the University of Utah, and I'm studying psychology.
My name is Maximilian A., and I'll be going to Weber State University to study biology.
My name is Daniel Chia. I'm going to Northwestern University to study data science and biology.
My name is Nick Zhang, and I will be going to the University of Washington studying computer science.
My name is Luke, and I'll be going to Southern Utah University for music education.
My name is Rune Walkingshaw, and I'm going to the University of Utah to study chemistry.
My name is America Telford, and I'll be going to the University of Utah to study English and literature.
My name is Emmy Lovell, and I'll be going to BYU, Idaho, studying music.
My name's TJ Kundick. I'll be going to the U studying civil engineering.
My name's Emily Garcia, and I will be going to Utah Valley University for early childhood education and elementary music education.
My name's Julianne Butler, and I'll be going to Utah State University studying music performance.
My name is Cassidy Felt, and I will be studying music therapy at Brigham Young University in Provo.
My name is Julia Hazel, and I plan to go to Weber State to continue with music.
I'm Daniel Harlan, and I'll be studying music education at SUU.
My name's Mason Harding, and I'm going to Utah Valley University studying computer engineering.
I'm Olivia White, and I'm going to Utah Valley University studying dance.
My name is Gabriel Chodos, and I will be going to San Francisco Conservatory of Music to study oboe.
I'm Jacob Haskell, and I will be serving a mission for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in Santa Maria, Brazil.
My name is Emma McAllister. I will continue to study the cello and afterwards attend a school of music.
My name is Esther Wilson, and I will be studying public health at Oregon State University.
Fantastic.
My name's Cora Wilson, and I will be going to Utah Tech University studying biology.
My name is Austin Kruger, and I will go to the University of Utah studying music.
I'm Oliver Diaz-Moore. I'll be heading to the University of Wisconsin to study math and music.
My name is Dallin Murrow, and I'll be going to Snow College to study cello performance and commercial music.
My name is James Swindler, and I'll be studying biology at the University of Utah and then serving a mission for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
My name is Emma Stucker. I will be attending Indiana University studying the cello.
My name is Eleanor Scoville. I will be attending Westminster College to study vocal performance.
My name is Carmela Yearly, and I'm going to Salt Lake Community College.
My name is Cassie Yuri, and I'll be studying computer science at Colorado State University.
My name is Hunter Nelson, and I'll be in Paris, France, serving a mission for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
My name's Ashlyn Smith. I'll be going to Utah Tech University studying software engineering.
My name is Eliza Ranolfson, and I plan to attend Weber State University and study business.
My name is Calvin Stevenson, and I'll be going to the University of Utah to study chemistry.
My name's Corbin Earl, and I'm going to be studying computer science and mathematics at Southern Utah University.
I'm Benjamin Gerard, and I'll be serving a mission for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
My name's Emma, and I'm going to Willamette University to study art.
My name's Olivia, and I'm going to the University of Utah to study nursing.
Woo! All right, let's give it up for the seniors. And let's do our song for them. Hit it. Hit it, guys. Go. Let's do it. The only requirement is if you sing, audience, sing away. Here we go. All right, here we go.